All right, Disney rules the movie world. Check out the magic happening at Disney's box offices. With more than 2 months left in the year, Disney has broken its own international box office record with over $3.5 billion, led by the $745 million overseas take of Captain America: Civil War. And Disney still has 3 more big movies on the way in 2016. The Marvel flick Doctor Strange and the animated adventure Mona, and of course Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So what were the top 5 Disney movies that struck box office gold this year? Well, start with number 5. We're talking Alice. Alice Through the Looking Glass, a sequel to Alice in Wonderland with everyone's favorite Mad Hatter, Johnny Depp. This movie grossed over $70 million. In at number 4, those cuddly animals from Zootopia with over $341 million. That is so crazy. Number 3, the live adaptation of the Disney classic, The Jungle Book, and that had just over $364 million. Runner-up goes to Captain America: Civil War. These superheroes raked in over $408 million. And at number 1, of course, that lovable, forgetful fish, Finding Dory, with, get this, over $485 million at the box office. And speaking of money, the Smithsonian Institute needs about $300,000 to help save one of the world's most famous pair of shoes. And of course, they would like your help. On the set of the ruby red slippers worn by Judy Garland in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, it's starting to show its age with fading colors, loose sequins, and rugged soles. A Kickstarter campaign has already amassed more than 10% of its goal in just one day. Donations will pay for conservation work and a climate-controlled case, definitely going to need that for the shoes, at the National Museum of American History. The campaign is being promoted by the Smithsonian on social media in an effort to, as they say, keep them ruby. Donation collections will end in mid-November. Several pairs of the ruby slippers were worn by Garland during filming. They say at least 5 authentic pairs are known to currently exist. He is gorgeous, he has an accent, and he happens to be a great actor. I'm talking about Ewan Mcgregor. He's got a new movie out, and it is called American Pastoral, and he also happened to direct it too. I'm going to take a look at the trailer, and let's just say, yeah, you're welcome.
Police have widened their search for the missing teenager, Meredith Laval, for her involvement in the bombing of a post office.
Where is she? I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. Find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world.
film fell victim to an old Hollywood situation. The script is over 10 years old and spent almost the entire time in development before finally starting to shoot. As a filmmaker, that's, I guess, got to be pretty scary, right? But not as scary as what's on TV tonight. The Exorcist, an all-new episode, and not surprising, we aren't the only ones who find it bone-chilling. Take a look.
The Exorcist, man. I remember seeing little Linda Blair, and she was saying stuff. Get up! And it was crazy.
I wondered whether people could actually turn their head 360 degrees.
I was so scared that that could happen to me. I was like praying that please don't let a demon possess me. God.
I will never watch a horror film again. It freaked me out.
I literally stood up in my chair at the theater and went, no!
The TV series looks even scarier.
I'm behind you, devil!
I'm excited for, this new generation to see what The Exorcist was about, because it was something that definitely left an imprint in my life.
TV's going to hell tonight, if you know what I mean. Hell's Kitchen is on at 8 p.m. That's going to be followed by an all-new episode of The Exorcist at 9 p.m. Some scary TV for sure, but a good lineup for you guys to tune into. Not as good as football, though. The season is half over already. Can you believe it? I don't know where the time has gone, but take a look at what is kicking off this weekend on Fox 4. Join Fox NFL Sunday at 4 p.m. Then you will see Tampa Bay Bucks take on the San Francisco 49ers. That is going to be followed by the OT here on Fox 4. How's that for some gridiron fun? Again, lots of good stuff to tune into. All right, music that soothes the soul. I'm talking about that old time of rock and roll. Coming up next, meet the Hall of Famers making music history.